The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Okay, so at least with Johnny's memories of us not supposing to have the thing, it would be something we are setting right.
I guess I'm just trying to follow the chain of logic here. I feel like I'm missing some of the pieces.
Well, we'll wait for Bon to come back, or what? Wait, what is the plan from here exactly?
If they show up, then I go distract them, and she steals the briefcase.
Right. So we just hang out here for now.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Johnny's like, does anyone have a deck of cards?
Well, yes, they wouldn't be very handy to you.
Helping, not helping, Derek.
I think I saw what looked like packets of cards behind the desk in the at reception.
So
Roxanne referred to packs of cigarettes.
So a few hours pass, and eventually some official-looking vehicles pull up outside, and they're talking with me. They're like, "Yeah, I'm sorry to inform you that your son has been killed while in a vehicle accident. Looks like he was racing, and his car just slid off the road and exploded into a dynamite shed." And he's just like, "Wow, just laying all that out there, really matter of fact, huh? Fuck you, pal." But not in those words. And so he goes back inside, and obviously Tom's sister is there, and she also looks distraught because she heard you guys had fixed his car.
That's the one that's going to work.
And she swears personal revenge on Derek.
I thought that might happen.
It's like someday in the future when I have some kind of awesome powers, I am going to commit brain surgery on him and cripple his ability to fight ever.
She doesn't even know that's my thing.
Somehow she knows. And it looks pretty down there.
Oh, again, waiting.
Because
the others have turned up.
Well, obviously, sir, we're going to need you to come down to the morgue and identify the body. And he's like, "Oh, yes, of course. We'll need you to fill out some paperwork." Now, really, the time's like, well, we really do need to get it done. Sorry. Sure. Let me just get my wife, and so eventually they bundle into the sheriff's car and they ride off to wherever the fuck they're going, leaving you all alone.
Distract us all with Don's around. I'll remove the case.
The door's locked.
I'll go back upstairs.
And Nan's like, "Does anyone have any whatever the fuck cards I need?"
I'll knock on the door.
Who is it?
Oh God, we were supposed to be doing a thing! Quick, hide the invisible card. Come in. Hi.
We need to move now.
Okay. Cool.
Major Tom's just been taken away to the police station to fill out paperwork. This test is
Now's
very
the time to get the case there.
That's the missing piece.
And you can explain to Roxanne why that's happening while... Who's the best lockpick here?
Alvin.
Hello.
Unlocks the door.
Why are we here? What are we getting?
Yeah,
are we doing?
what's going on? I've been given some information, but none of it makes sense. I feel like I'm missing some puzzle pieces here.
What do you think you're missing?
Why we're doing this and what triggered it, what we're actually doing. We got to stop
Okay.
Johnny says that some kind of alien technology wasn't supposed to happen
Yes.
yet.
Yeah.
And so we're taking a case and doing the mission
For him, yes.
Mr.
So,
Fury
Who
Senior.
now can't do it.
okay, so we're writing the timeline by making something happen that was not going to happen. Yes, no?
The experiment didn't happen. I don't know. I didn't live through your timelines. You guys are the only ones that know this. I got the information from Johnny. If there wasn't a thing happen now,
Okay.
then we need to stop it.
Okay, so we're getting a case. What does the case look like?
That thing.
Cool, okay, right. And what does it contain? What are we doing with it?
I have no idea. It just needs to be at the test site.
Cool, okay, so we got to run this by Johnny.
Okay, so you've got the case. You take it back to your room. Someone opens the case, right?
Yeah, we're going to...
What's the combination on the case?
Whatever Alvin thinks it is.
This is slightly harder. I will actually need a roll out of this one. DC 15.
Yeah. Okay, so this is actually like have to listen to the tumblers.
Yep.
Nice.
You guys have had training on how to do this as part of your intrusion skill set.
Please pass that along.
It was awful.
Thank you.
That is better.
It can't not be, because if it's under 10, you add 10. That's super powerful.
Okay. What do you want? Lock picking?
Yeah, just do that.
Okay. Well, I'm well over the cap, so 18 and 18, 36.
I wanted 15. 15. Yikes, guys. Alright,
That's
alright.
without adding the mechanical lockpick plus 10.
The mechanical lockpick you don't have?
I am. You have.
It's also a combination lock, so how does the
yeah.
mechanical lockpick
Yeah.
work on that? Doesn't. Here we go.
Yep.
Right. You pop the case open. Inside is a device, some sort. It looks like a cylinder with two little handles on either side, and there is a folded up like map with like a big circly thing there, and there's a photograph of like a building there, and there's a tape recorder.
So, do we think it's like going to be Mission Impossible explode on us, or listen to when you get to the site, or listen to now? Gambling.
Is there a tape in it?
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah. We'll just take the
but there's
just
no
take the
battery.
other stuff away from it before we hit play.
Okay, you're welcome to do that. I don't want to touch it.
Just remove the map from the case before we hit play on the table.
Map and that.
Yes, there was the map, folded map. And
Some photographs.
So photographs will be the other thing.
Basically the paperwork.
Okay.
Yeah, any
If it
any
explodes, it
documents.
doesn't catch fire.
And the silver device.
Yeah, actually. You never
You are
know.
taking the cylinder out of the case.
Now you possess the matrix of leadership.
Yeah,
I mean, I think could have pictured it with the handles on the sides.
And it does have those. Alright. How are you doing that?
my
No. Where are you grabbing it?
Okay.
And how are you picking it up? And how sharply are you doing it? You made a snatch motion.
It's got handles.
I want to know the specifics for this thing.
Snatch out the documents, but this thing it looks a bit bigger, a bit heavier than a photograph, so I'll grab it by one of its handles and just carefully move it away.
You grab the handle.
Yes.
Right. You can do that, no problem.
Okay.
Don't even need a roll from you. I'm just going to let this happen. Everything goes exactly the way I want it to.
And I'm turning on the Super Spy tape recorder.
Ah. You hit the play button, huh? Okay.
Depending on the style of the thing, yes.
If
I mean-
you're listening to this, Mr. Strong, it's time to fulfill part of our bargain. As you may be aware, your interference in the timeline has caused the saucer to be recovered and to intact. You must disable its levitation drive, Mr. Strong. You have 3 days.
Mr. Strong.
I've heard that voice before.
How do they?
It was the guy who got me out of the police station, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
That's the guy that got me out of the police station.
And the
sent
guy
me to
from-
work for y'all.
Well, at least the
You
tape makes
sneaky sweet motherfucker.
How did?
the tape makes things
He's
complicated.
temporal mechanics.
well.
How
that's-
did he know you'd be the one to take the... I'm with Bonnie on this. How does he
No,
know...
this is-
What if Major Tom had opened the case and pressed play?
I guess he knew that wouldn't be the case.
Ha!
That was pretty good.
Right. So what do
I
we?
like that one.
What?
Take me to bed or lose me forever.
What do we need to do?
Sneak into the thing. Use the device in accordance with the instructions.
Carefully set the device back in the...
I mean-
I'll sit it down on the bed.
The voice told us that they weren't supposed to get that saucer, 11 years ago anyway, and
You're never going to do it.
Wait, where did that come from?
You gotta give a guy tied to the bed who's been awake for some time.
oh, he's awake now.
Because
okay.
Miss knocks him out has been forcibly out of the room. Because I've used the genius.
So you're awake then.
Well done, retard.
You're the one tied up on the bed.
Yes. But you'll never do it.
Why?
Not without my help.
Oh, here we go.
The
I'm not falling for that one.
Fine, go ahead. Leave me tied to a bed.
I'm not going to leave you tied there forever.
Of course not.
What is your deal anyway? What do you even want? Why are you jumping around messing with time and dragging us with you?
Because I have to get rid of you.
You have to get rid of us. That's why you're doing this.
Apparently very unsuccessfully.
So the only reason you jumped through time was to get rid of us.
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. I'm not strong enough to fight you.
No, there must be a reason that you're manipulating time in the first place.
Oh, yes, I want to be very rich.
Uh-huh.
That tracks.
Jennifer's like, wait, just money?
Couldn't you have gone back in time and stolen an almanac or something? Sorry, I'm playing movie logic.
Guy's just like, what? You see? Huh. Why didn't I just do that?
You could have gone back in time, bought shares in something in your name, get delivered to you in the future.
Well, huh. Well, you're better at being time criminals than I am.
I think you're a little too focused on the criminal part.
Oh, it sounds like he's pissed off at us for...
Well, yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, well, that's what I'm going to do now.
Uh-huh. Tied up on
Johnny's
the bed.
just like, no, that's so illegal.
You need to get us back to
And
2000.
assassinating an army major isn't illegal. Well, to be fair, you didn't do that.
Yeah.
You have to get us back to 2013.
So we're here at the bargaining table.
No.
Well, yes.
How you figure?
You don't know how to use the device. You can't use the device. I do know how to use the device, and I'm the only person who can.
Are you sure of that?
Really sure. So, what I propose is, I help you, you help me, and when we get back to the future, you give me a 5-minute head start.
Can we roll intuition to see how convincing this is?
Oh, I should also roll some kind of convincing. Yes, you can. Everyone can if you wish.
Insight.
Natural 20.
Never mind.
No, you can still do the thing.
I would choose to not be insightful rather than reroll. Hold on.
I think it
31.
Yeah.
I get 2 or 20.
Okay. What exactly are you trying to incite about this?
He's just going to jump and... 5-minute head start would just make it... He'll just jump and that's it, done.
I'm just trying to see if he's invested in his
That
plan.
might actually be a thing. That's hard to... You certainly don't think he's playing straight with
He's not
you.
playing straight, yeah.
I just want to see... The case was addressed to Mr. Strong. I'm wondering if he was bullshitting about only he could use it.
It's not...
No,
What he's talking about.
his device.
His device.
Not that device.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I already suspect that Al might be able to use it, but I don't know if that's true.
What are you planning? It's not what you want to do. What is your plan? You're lying to us.
Become wealthy? I'm not lying to you. I already told you I want to become rich.
And what's stopping you from, with this 5-minute head start, jumping back, and then killing us?
Actually, nothing. Well, to be fair, I need certain chemicals to fuel the machine. And I won't have them immediately.
You do know there's a time police out there, right?
What? There's no such thing.
oh, time is...
They'd have arrested me by now.
Well, you can't fault his logic.
No, true, I just made that up.
Yeah, no, I don't think he'll be in the very much of a arresting side this time.
I don't know if we can trust him. All the small changing he's done so far has already caused way too much harm. How can we trust he won't get away again, do something worse? And then
Well, part of the bargaining position would be that he gives us that device on his arm and he doesn't get it back until he's helped us already.
That seems fair. You can't use it.
And that way neither
Certainly.
can you.
And you won't damage it because you can't get back to your time without it.
And
well,
you're
without
the
going
only,
a long way.
and he's the only one that knows how to fuel it and what with.
Mm-hmm.
That seems fair.
Now the question is, how can you help us sneak our little old bomb into their secret facility and disable their flying saucer?
I'm already on staff there.
They kept you on?
No.
I don't understand.
You see,
You've been here before?
yes.
Ah. How many time periods do you have yourself set up in?
It's hard to say, really. 19, 20, something like
Sounds like your get-rich plan's incredibly elaborate.
that. Well, you know, upon reflection, yes. It never occurred to me to just buy a sports almanac and bet on horses. Alright? Lost in the detail of time travel. Are you happy now?
Kind of.
Why do we need your help to get on the base?
Because I'm on staff there,
But-
I can literally walk you right in. I also have keycard access to most of the facility.
But if we only have to go to a certain building,
I guarantee you it's one of the ones I have access to. If it has anything to do with the saucer.
I'll unfold the map.
And being a rather big wheel in the research team, I also don't get searched as heavily.
You could just walk in with their briefcase.
Roxanne, it's your call.
Y'all can make another insight check if you want, but... Roll 20s.
I got my actual 20, does it roll over?
Slightly.
I'll report this one because I don't
36. 18.
Just 8, so no, I don't think I'm getting anything out of
I
that.
don't think I'm rolling on this one.
23. Plus the whatever bonus for the 20.
Yeah. The kid's a serial killer.
Which one?
You know, the only one that is. Unless the middle one's turning out that way too.
We'll see.
No. Gonna have at least one good one.
Yeah, mine.
You definitely think he's trying to advantage himself in some way, but you also don't think he's lying about being able to just make it easier to get into the facility. Like, he's definitely playing for some advantage to himself that maybe you do or don't see.
Okay, so let's run through this from the top. Let's say hypothetically we let you get us in there or get yourself in there or whatever and plant this device on this flying saucer. What's the plan after that? So let's say we take it out. Mission accomplished.
Well,
What is the next step where we help you in your mind?
we will need to steal some chemicals from the facility, and then we leave.
So you
Back to the
steal
future.
chemicals. You can't just, sign them off and take them that way or something.
Some of them, yes, but not all. And the ones that have already gone.
And then we go directly to 2013.
Back to the future.
And then what? And then we just give you a 5-minute head start.
So simple.
He's playing us, but he's playing us with what he wants and what we want, which is the best way to play. And he won't have the device because we've taken it.
How? When we give him back at the other end, 5 minutes, he'll have it.
If we take the device off him, then he has to come back to us to refuel it, so we leave.
Alvin, how do we get to the future?
We have to use the device.
No, he has to use the device.
Is that legit? Are you thinking that you's going to be using it?
We
I'd
can't
like to
use
see you
it.
try.
Well, it's not just punch a bunch of buttons.
Oh, it is. But it won't work for you.
Oh, this is like my gun, my former gun. That's your fault.
What's my fault?
Okay, I'm not in love with the idea that this has to be on him.
Who else can it be on?
Literally no one.
How many of those you have?
One.
Yeah, but when you're involved in time travel, how do I know it's not also still here?
What?
He can't be in the same place with himself.
That would
That's
be
assuming that's the only... No, I'm not talking about another him, I'm just talking about another one of those devices.
So minimum, we get him to take the device off so he doesn't have it.
Which is what we're planning on doing.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm just trying to hedge our bets that he doesn't secretly have another one somewhere hidden away.
I'll be more concerned about him dobbing us into the military when we go in there. That's when we are leaving. He's got his chemicals.
Yeah.
He then dobs
and
us
then he
into
just
the
turns
military.
on us.
Which is why we're not taking that thing with us.
And then he comes back here and gets it.
Not if he doesn't know where it is.
That's true.
I guess
We can hide it.
that's our leverage.
Yeah.
So that's our leverage. So this is why we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Johnny, you got enough juice left in you for a short run?
Yeah.
That
Easy.
widens the...
After all, while you guys were all out, we went down to the big boy. Man, those burgers are good.
Well, I am jealous. But
I mean-
then,
I'm just saying, there's a lot of desert out there that I could easily bury it real deep in.
yeah. Or Johnny could run it God knows where in a few seconds.
Mhm.
I think if Johnny disappears it, we don't have time to muck around at this moment.
Yeah. I like that
We
idea.
might have 3 days to do this, but
I mean, so where's the real major now?
he's at the police station.
Okay, so we could go to the base
Shut up.
as Major Fury.
You mean you as Major Fury, in other
Yes,
words?
so he did do his job, even though he was busy elsewhere.
Mhm.
That sounds
That might be why this plays out the way it does. Because I was wondering, it's like, well,
why would they
surely,
hand it off to
yeah,
him?
surely when we reset the timeline,
hold on.
this would have still happened in the original timeline.
No, we don't want Major Fury to be involved in this at all.
Why not? Isn't that what happened?
Because
in the
then
original?
he may be incriminated in doing it. That's why
Yeah, actually.
that's why the tape's for Derek Strong to do it. This
That
is
is
all
true.
set up for Derek.
Who the hell is that guy?
I don't know, but they know a lot about you. But
Makes me
this
uncomfortable.
doesn't. I wouldn't involve anything with Major Tom.
Okay, so we're implicating Derek.
I mean, that's
I
fine.
mean, what you could do is you could be him.
I'm already me.
How would that help? We still need to get him in to select the chemicals.
Oh,
He
but
tells you
if...
the chemicals.
Could work.
Maybe. I'm assuming there's going to be sign in, sign out, and I won't know the procedure.
Which would
And I'm
be
hardly likely to just do everything you want and be left tied up here. This door has to swing both ways, girl.
Okay, so we need... What type... Okay, you can help us out here then. What type of person would be able to escort you in there without drawing too much attention?
Some military goon.
So just any military guy, as long as they got enough pips?
What does it matter? They're all the same. Stupid army punks. If they were that smart, they'd have a job in science.
so that means
Yeah,
that
like you.
Yeah, like
You're
me.
extremely smart with your convoluted, I've got 19 positions across minimum.
One little mistake.
You could say it's the biggest mistake.
so that two of us go.
Cool, you can go invisible, right?
Yes, but do you think I could get through that base with what sort of sensors do they have?
Sensors, what? In this era? Human eyes. Maybe a flashlight. We're
And-
talking about monkeys here.
Derek Strong, his uniform. The scientist man.
So three of yous. I don't think I could get through there invisible.
Not the
If
whole
you,
way.
if you don't
likely.
think so, then
We could be in there for a while.
Imagine me trying to get into the well, actually, trying to go anywhere around our base.
well, I was just thinking you might be able to, you might have been handy for what are the quantities of these chemicals you need to get out of there?
Not that much at all. Just a few gallons.
I was just thinking you might be able to make a few gallons of chemicals invisible. Help us get them out. Nobody'd notice.
Yeah, but I have to be touching them,
Yeah?
and that means I have to carry them.
You can carry a few gallons of stuff, right?
Through a base
Yeah.
with other people moving around
You just have to walk between them. You'd have like,
with gallons of liquid, which makes noise. And my invisibility, if you haven't noticed, isn't perfect.
true.
Stop.
Just an idea.
You stop listening. You probably shouldn't have been having this whole conversation in front of him.
I mean, I'm always open to other ideas, but so far I think you dressed as a, I don't know, colonel maybe? Nothing too hot, maybe Colonel Major?
You think he could pull off Colonel Major?
No, Sergeant?
I think it'd be lucky to pull off Corporal.
Honestly, I don't even know where all these ranks fall. So,
God have mercy on us all. If it wasn't for the fact that that voice box told you that you had to do this, I would prefer Johnny to be dressed as Malvin, but apparently this is your mission.
Going as just a grunt, as his security.
yeah, I think that's probably the best.
Don't if you're wearing anything higher than in rank, that would draw more attention towards you.
Yeah, they're more likely to know of me, I guess, theoretically, if I was a higher rank.
So I suppose it's just you two and him going in.
I like this plan, but I don't think there's anything better we got.
Well, we got to trust him to a given value.
The only other way is you could go in there and get the chemicals.
How could I go in there?
If you go to a dirt area, ground area, they'll move the chemicals to that ground area.
Oh, you could just sink it right into the
You
ground
can
and
sink it
carry
in the
it.
ground and disappear it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, once it's outside the facility, but I imagine the facility's got metal floors and stuff that would stop me being
But
able
what I said was they take it out and put it on the ground.
Get it
You
out
can
of
get
its storage room, put it somewhere, and tap a little code so you know where to find it.
That could work. Especially if you disguise the chemicals as something else, like just garbage you put down or something.
And I think we should have the rest of y'all in the vicinity of the base just in case something goes down. He tries to pull anything like.
I kind of feel like we need some kind of radio communication on this one.
Can't do anything about that.
I don't even know how good communication technology in this era is.
Pretty shit.
You can't just use kids' walkie-talkies you buy down at a local store.
Especially since those do not exist.
I don't think anything they have floating around here is going to be very portable for our uses.
I just need, because you'd need a way of communicating to me when it's time to, the location of where you're dropping those chemicals, and then
Is Frankie still around the area, or did she
Yes,
join us?
right over there, leaning against the wall, looking hot.
Frankie, in amongst all of your stuff that probably ran out of charge a long time ago, do you happen to have like an earpiece or a radio or...
No, never use this stuff. Gets in the way. Sorry, pal.
damn shame we didn't have dicks with us.
Yeah. I've never allowed the Midnight Boy. I've noticed that.
Right, so what do we do? We do
Who's
this.
that?
Frankie.
She's always taking notes.
Yeah.
Well, sooner is probably better than later. I know the briefcase guy said we had 3 days, but who knows how long we have before everything unravels.
And it's probably better to do it when you have at night when there's less people around.
Yeah.
Especially since this whole area is going to be stirred up with the explosion. So,
Yeah.
and what's the chance of security getting beefed up?
Afterwards. In fact, they might have even called away some MP types to go and lock down that, especially with the dynamite shit going up.
So, we should go now.
Tonight is the night.
And not all of us can fit in the Jeep. So again,
Have to leave some
There's a
behind.
couple of things I'd like to talk to the rest of you about before we set this in stone. And do you mind keeping an eye on our guests while the rest of us convene in another room?
Sure, I guess.
Thank you.
Inside answer. Roxanne never excludes being home.
So I'll take you guys to... What room was he in?
room 1.
So we'll go to room 3, because that's the furthest one away. There's
Yeah,
a whole
okay.
room between us. Okay, couple of things I want to run by you guys. One, we should not mention Al. As far as we know, I don't think we've got any indication that he knows about him, and if we can keep that trump card under our sleeve or in our back pocket, whatever you want to call it, it would be for the best, I think. Other thing I wanted to ask your opinions on is, I know you were keen to go with this straight away, but do we want one last update from Al before we go ahead with the plan based on changes?
No guarantee he'll be here.
Well, no, I mean, but do we want to wait at least maybe like 12 more hours, and if he doesn't show up then maybe go then, or rather than rushing into this and finding the Al pops up and then suddenly says, oh no, this is a very bad idea, but, you know, some of the team's already on the mission. We have no way of contacting them.
The tape recorder.
Knew that it was going to
The tape recorder.
That's,
I'm sorry.
that's the only thing that I
that's the
can't
part
get over.
that does my head in.
I don't even... Whoever he is, I don't even know if...
I mean, that voice sounds familiar. Wasn't that the government guy at the army base? The guy who stands around behind you when you're getting interviewed.
Yeah, it was.
And you're saying that he
So
rescued...
you guys have seen him before as well. Yeah, he gave me the task of... He let me out of my cell, gave me the task of getting away from the station, and gave me a briefcase to open. Opened it up, and I woke up on the base above the tin.
And that tape said that because of what he did then, you owe him.
Yeah, I get the feeling that isn't all he's ever going to ask for.
You know, but that's the key part.
I do owe him.
I don't understand how it's back here. Again, it shouldn't be, but...
I'm standing with Bonnie in this, and I would like to go in while they're all distracted with something else.
I would like to wait for Al, don't get me wrong, but the tape is the thing that...
That's fine, I wanted to run it by you, just thought... We got 3 days, I thought waiting 12 hours might not have harm just in case Al shows up.
Johnny says, like, I know no one ever wants my opinion on anything, but
Your opinion is valued, Johnny, go ahead.
I think the less amount of time we spend in the past messing with things, the better.
True.
Yes.
So, the sooner, the better. I know it may seem reckless, but didn't you say Time Policeman said to seize your opportunity when it came?
This may be it.
This might be it.
Yeah.
We don't know. Just...
Yeah, and if Major Tom and the others come back from the station...
And the case is not in the car.
And, I mean...
Then
last thing was I told Claudia we'd fixed her brother's car.
The thing is, he knows... Major Tom knows what this is for.
Yeah.
He was given the mission to do this by
that guy.
that guy.
Right.
So he'll come back, he'll see it's gone, he'll panic. But if the thing's already done,
then he'll know it's all
Or
right.
even more reason to do it
that's
now then.
what I'm saying. We do it now. If we wait 3 days, Major Tom may kick up enough stink.
Okay. Well, then I guess we gotta go untie his arm, get that device, hide it, and then get going.
Very well then. You have a go.
Excellent. Now let's start untying him.
If you can, remove the device first.
Yeah, we'll start with that arm.
Jen, you were awfully quiet.
Well, I mean, I've been singularly useless in this entire mission, and in fact a reckless endangerment.
Nonsense.
Yeah,
You're
what
really
have I done?
intelligent.
What have I done? What have I done? Name one thing I've done that isn't destroy a naval yard.
Shoot a fuel tank.
See my point?
I don't know what you did in the military base. I assumed you were looking around for scientists.
Yeah, I found some interesting documents, though.
There you go.
I mean,
You still got him?
no, I didn't want to remove things that would have always been there. 'Cause I thought this is supposed to be like camping, you know, don't litter and don't take stuff that we ain't supposed to.
Well, you ain't supposed to litter when you go camping.
Derek, Armistice strong.
Right.
So what was that in the middle of it?
We can argue all night, but we need to get this done.
Apparently we can.
Right.
Alright, let's go get the thing and then do this.
Before we do anything, Alvin's going to explore upon the Derek and keep getting Roxanne to say, no, too much. Too much.
Lower.
They
Little
don't even
lower.
have a 56.
Lower rank. I mean, lower rank, not lower on his butt. That's better.
Are you trying to tell me they don't have a 56-star general? They could
Yeah,
get
but
an
that is
army.
funny looking.
They could get an army for each state.
+6. +6. +6. +6. +6.
I was born depressed and I end up in one big mess and trip around it.